YouTube channel, man. Bandmankevo checking in with y'all today. Today we gonna talk about funding. And right now on the show, man, I got a new guest for y'all. My homie Darius, man. You know what I mean? We finna get into funding, man. He gonna break down everything there is to know about funding. Like I say, I always tell y'all about funding, but I feel like I should bring more people on the show to actually break it down. So he finna break down and get y'all all the sauce on funding, and make sure y'all follow him on all social media sites, man. But I'm gonna let him take it from here.
Absolutely. It's your boy Darius, man, at Darius Benders on Instagram, YouTube. Make sure y'all tap in. So what I wanted to come in today is we're gonna break down how to go get the bag up to $150,000 in 90 days or less. All right. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta clean up our personal credit report. All right. That means all negatives, derogatories, anything like that gotta go. Absolutely no late payments or anything. Right. What we want to do is when we get into personal funding, we're gonna need 5 primary accounts. All right. If you don't have any, you can literally start Self, Credit Strong, Kickoff, Rent Reporter, Rental Karma. Most people don't know that you can actually report your rent. And the crazy hack is this: you go on the websites, right, for the rental accounts, it's gonna tell you we'll allow you to backdate 24 months. But when you filling out those applications on your moving date, you can actually backdate that all the way to when you was 18 years old. Now that's gonna help you strengthen that age. The reason that's important is when we're going to these banks and we're looking to get a bag, if you don't have a lot of credit history, that's gonna lessen your chances of getting high limits in funding, right? And I always tell people we wanna get the maximum amount, all right? So you can add those 5 primary accounts, right? We make sure our utilization is under 30%. When we're going for funding, under 10%, right? Because if you have a lot of credit and you're keeping it low, that's gonna tell the banks that, okay, this person's handled that and they're being responsible with that money, right? Then what I like to do, y'all, once our profile's in order, start with credit unions. All right, credit unions give out the bag, y'all. They are not for-profit organizations, which means their sole obligation is to give their members excess capital, so they're looking to serve, right? Most people think, oh, I can't get into credit unions because I don't know anyone. That's not true. Most of them have something where you just join one of their organizations, so you can call and say, hi, I'd like to join you. They're gonna say, do you know somebody? Most people get scared off, but what you say is, no, but I want to join one of your organizations so I can become a member. Typically, you have to make a donation somewhere between $5 and $25. Just like that, you're in there. Big hack, right? We like to build relationships. Just like in real life, you go to the next level with somebody, you're gonna have to build a rapport. We're gonna run something called a 50-50 play. So we're gonna set up direct deposit, right? 50 in the checking, 50 in the savings. We're gonna run that 4 weeks in a row. On day 31, we're gonna apply, all right? These credit unions are giving out $20,000 to $30,000 limits. I'm gonna give y'all a play. PSECU, you could go get $50K on the personal side, a $30,000 founder's credit card, and a $20,000 line of credit. Sauce right there, all right? Listen, then we get into, after we get us some credit unions, I like the community banks, right? Your smaller banks, they still give out the bag. The underwriting is a lot easier still. After we go to those small banks, then we get into our big banks, right? Only big bank you do want to start with is Chase. Chase, they got something called a 524 rule, where if you have more than 5 new accounts in a 24-month time period, which means 2 years, they will either deny you or they could close your account. All right, so make sure y'all make that one of y'all first plays. That's the personal side, y'all. Then what happens is we get on the business side. All right, we want to make sure we structure our business the right way, right? So LLC, EIN, Dun and Brad's, business phone number, business address, right? Make sure your business address is not attached to a Staples, a UPS, a FedEx. Make sure it's not just a virtual address or a PO box. Make sure that it is attached to a brick and mortar. All you gotta do before you purchase the address, copy it, put it into Google, make sure it's a physical building, all right? Big mistake a lot of people do. Listen, after that, we wanna make sure that we can go to Freedom Voice, get us a phone number, simply get you a business email. So many times people like to use their business at Gmail or their business at Yahoo. Nah, info@yourbusiness.com or support@yourbusiness.com, all right? Another secret, y'all, make sure when y'all are setting up y'all businesses, we stay away from these high-risk industries, right? So for example, say you're in trucking, right? Do not say such and such trucking business, right? Say something like consulting, worldwide, enterprise. Those are considered low risk industries, and that'll help you get the maximum bag, yo. All right. So we set up our LLC. We're in compliance. Our personal credit is in order. We got 680 to 700 at least. Right now, we can get into the business funding. My favorite. All right. Some banks, listen, y'all. We always want to go with 0% interest credit cards, because as investors, entrepreneurs, hustlers, we want to use this money to go out, create capital. Whether it's getting a car game, the Airbnb game. Add some systems, some marketing, right? Chase, they got 2 credit cards, 0%, right? One of them is all the way 0% interest for 18 months, right? Bank of America, you could go get 2 credit cards, 0% 9 months. Right there, you're talking about 4 cars that now, let's say you only average $10,000. That's on the low end, right? Typically, business credit cards are gonna give you 2 to 3 times the amount of the personal side. So if you got them high limits, if you did what I said and started with credit unions, now when you go to these on the business side, they're looking at your limits like, we gotta give him at least 20, 30,000, right? You do the math on 4 cars times 20,000, that's a minimum of $80,000. And we ain't even got into lines of credit. If you got a business and you've been in business for 2 years, y'all, now we can get busy with these lines of credit. And that's how we really run it up, y'all. But that's just a little bit of sauce for y'all, man. And make sure y'all reach out to me at Darius Benders on Instagram, on YouTube, all platforms. I'm giving out game every day. We're trying to just help people get to that next level.
So, like he said, the reason why funding is so important because there's so much that you want in this world. You want a nice car, you want a nice home, you want these high-end credit cards, you want these high-end loans. And everything that you want, I have. Everything that you want, he has. You know what I mean? So we are only just giving y'all the game that y'all looking for, and only thing it takes is a simple mentorship, a simple subscription, or a simple DM saying what you want to do. Connections are very important. You have 2 people that sit in front of you right now that you can lock in with, you know what I mean, to help take your life to the next level. With that being said, I just feel like, man, make sure y'all get on y'all credit, business credit, and make sure that you do as much research as you can about funding, man. Funding is one of the most important things in the world, you know what I mean? Credit is one of the most important things in the world, you know what I mean? So we're just letting y'all know what's going on out here, man.